What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Watch It in Action. I'm BouseFeenux, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Burston Prime. The Burston Prime is essentially the burst action rifle form of the Brayton Prime, so they're very, very similar weapons. They even look sort of similar, as you can tell here from this picture, and just the way it looks, with me holding it. But the build we're going to see here for this weapon is going to be very similar to the Burston or the Brayton Prime because it's a status weapon as well. We're not going to have as much status because we're going to be using two 90% elementals instead of, three, but with the status we get on this, it's still pretty good. The other difference is we're not going to be using Shred. We're going to be using a mod called Gilded Truth. Now, this is Texas, and essentially how this works is it's going to give you 80% fire rate plus one truth, quote fingers. And essentially what that truth is when you kill enough enemies or you store up enough affinity in your weapon, you'll get what's called a syndicate proc. And what that means is the weapon will explode outwards. The weapon itself won't explode, but you'll have like a little particle effect where you'll see an explosion. And what that's going to do is it'll deal an elemental damage type and 25 meters around you and then have another effect. This one in particular deals gas damage, which is really good against infested. And then on top of that, you get 25% of your base health restored and an increase to your Parkour 2.0 stats. So increased wall latch, increased bullet jump, etc. So this is a really cool mod to have on here, and if you don't have one of these, you can just replace this with Shred and still have the same exact Forma and polarities and everything. So if you don't have this one, you can get it from somebody pretty easily in trade chat, or if you just rank up Arbiters of Hexus yourself, this is a mod you can get pretty early on with them. So definitely recommend it for this build. Like I said, if you don't have it, Shred works just fine. Moving on to the rest of the build, we pretty much got our standard mods here. Heavy caliber, serration, split chamber, and then we got two 60% dual stat mods and then two 90% elemental mods. This gives us a status of about 53%, and like I said, you can swap these out for just straight status if you want to, but with as fast as this weapon fires and as accurate as it is, I don't really see the need for more status than we already have. But that being said, I mean, you see here the slash damage is going to be the biggest damage physically, and then we got impact and puncture in equal parts behind that. So pretty well-rounded weapon. And then we've got our elements down here. So corrosive and heat is really good in the void. It's also good on infested missions as well. That heat's going to be really good against the general infested units, and then we got corrosive, which is really good against ancients. So really solid weapon to use, especially like corrosive and slash is awesome together if you have a status weapon, because that's going to remove enemy armor and allow you to tear into that, and then you can start doing damage to their base health. So with that, let's go ahead and check out the weapon. We're going to use some chargers here, just some general infested dudes with flesh health, and we'll see how it does against them. Still playing Rhino right now, just for a little bit of extra survivability while we do these exercises, but you can see here this weapon, it does its bursts very, very quickly, and you can just keep tapping that trigger, and it'll allow you to fire pretty quickly, letting down some pretty massive DPS. It's got a decent clip size too. You won't be reloading this weapon all the time, although if you fire a lot, and you're not using short controlled bursts and just like laying down on this thing, you're gonna run out of ammo pretty quick. But as far as that's concerned, I mean, I never really had problems with ammo efficiency with this weapon. It's always pretty solid. It's got a pretty big ammo pool, assault rifles usually do, and then we got a 45 round magazine, so pretty nice weapon. I mean, I always have fun using this one. It's pretty cool if you're looking for a primed version of the Tiburon. This is a close alternative to that. I really like the Tiburon as well, so if you like those burst fire weapons, I mean, this is gonna fill that niche for you. It's a solid weapon. As you can see, these guys are level 90. But, I mean, that's really it, guys. It's a simple weapon. It's burst fire. I mean, it's got good status, good ammo economy. I mean, really solid alternative to the Brayton Prime if you like burst fire weapons. So, give this one a little play test and see what you think. Try the build out and let me know if you guys come up with anything, that's a little bit more fun for you or works better for you. But until the next video, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.